Eddie soldiers. Before you even ask, no, I also do not know what my hair is doing today. My makeup makes me look like I have owl eyes. Apparently my owls have duck face. Please excuse the lighting. It got dark really quick because it suddenly started raining in BC again. Ah yes, the rain. How we have missed you. Today's topic is something that I get asked a lot about, and that is how going on contract works. Now, I don't want this to be like, oh yes, I've been all over the world and I know everything, and I just want to share some of my own experiences and maybe help you guys know what you're getting into, because when I went to Milan, that was my third contract and it was definitely the best so far. And so I wanted to share some of these with you. Now, going on contract is very exciting. Whether it be China, or Istanbul, or Milan, or Peru, or Paris, or whatever, it's exciting. That means that you somehow and your face booked an agency over another country that believes that you can earn money for them by working in their country. I'm gonna lay some ground rules and just some general information about what to expect when you're going on contract. Alright, first things first. I want to talk about your BEP, or your break-even point debt. What goes down is that sometimes you, yourself, as the model, will have to pay for your flight over. And sometimes, in cases, usually in Asia, they will fly you there themselves. They will pay for your ticket, they will pay for your accommodations, they will pay for your food, they'll pay for any like pocket money allowance that you get. They will pay for general things for you to survive as a person in their country. However, this is what people seem to get mixed up on. So that money that they spent on you, let's say they spent $3,000 to get you over to their country. Technically, you owe them that money back. That's the brainwave idea that's going on with this thing. So any money that you earn from any job, the agency's cut will go to them, usually 15%, and any money left over will go also to the agency to pay off that $3,000 debt that you have. This is where the BEP comes into play. Once you pay off that money, say you've earned enough money, you've done all these jobs, and you've earned back your BEP. Two things can happen. Either the agency says, oh, that's great, keep going, and submits you for more work, or it's kind of like the iffy thing, or they say, oh, thank goodness, she's finally paid us back $3,000, and then just stop submitting you for work. So that can be a little bit frustrating, especially in the beginning. They'll be pushing you and pushing you, and, oh, go to this casting, go to this casting, oh, it doesn't matter, it's last minute, go to this casting, because they want you to book enough work so that you can pay them back. Because if you end up going there and not making any money, they've lost money spending it on you to bring you over there. So it's in their best interest that you earn money to pay them back. Agencies are businesses too, they need to make profit, and you are the product that they're selling to make profit. So really, when you're going over there, your biggest concern is paying off your debt that you owe the agency. And once you do, that's great, then you broke even. And that's really kind of the goal for most starting out models, is just to break even. If you earn anything above that break even point, holy crap, good for you. You rock on, you supermodel rock star you. Second thing I want to address. When you are there, you are going to be living, unless you yourself organize it differently, with people that your agency gives you. The house, along with other models from your apartment that you don't know. And that can be kind of stressful at times. I went to New York, I went with my mother because I was underage at the time, and I mean, like, Mom wants to see New York, so we went to there together. So at least I knew someone there. And we actually did stay in a model apartment with other girls, and I'll get into that with a moment. When I went to South Africa, I also went with my mother because she was really worried that it wasn't very safe and it was a little bit like a weird country, so she went there with me as well, so I knew her then, and we stayed in our own apartment. We weren't with a model apartment at that time. And then finally, when I was in Milan, I went with two girls from my agency, Ira and Sarah, who have been in other videos before. Love you guys, both of you guys are back right now, that's nice. That was really cool because at first I didn't know that I was going to go with them. So I was a little bit like, oh, I'm gonna be going by myself and I don't know anyone. And that's a little bit like, for people like me. But when I found out they were going, it was super cool because at least I knew someone and I got to become really good friends with them. And as well, shout out to my friend Emily, because my model friend Emily was also coincidentally in Milan at the time, so we met up in another country for coffee. Even though we weren't really good friends, it was just like, oh hey, how's it going? We became better friends there because you latch on to someone from home. Do you live with your brother or sister? Those are people that you see every day. Or you might not necessarily like them, but you have to all play together and be there all the time. imagine the same kind of thing. When I was in New York, I had the most horrible roommates I have ever had in my life. I had 2 of them. And the basic thing was that they were friends and they did not like the fact that mom was in the apartment because, oh, there's a mom in the apartment, even though my mom never did anything to be like, you should clean up, or like, you know, oh, we should get these things done together, and like, oh, make sure you eat your vegetables. Like, she never did anything like that. Never mind that I was underage, like, it was just, she's in the apartment. So they basically went on this horrible thing where they'd come home at like 3 a.m. every single night, yelling and screaming and laughing loudly. They'd walk around naked all the time, just to like make us uncomfortable. And it was the worst. And after about 2 weeks, one of them left. And she was the worst one. And it was like, the air lightened and the rainbow came out and the sun shone again, and the apartment was so much lighter and nicer once she was gone. And that's the thing that you really have to deal with. Also in New York, I lucked out big time by getting a friend there because there was another girl named Linnea. Hi Linnea, I don't know if you watch my videos or not, but how's it going? And I lucked out with her because the first night I came there, she was away at a job, so I didn't see her. And I walked in, saw my other roommate, this tall Asian girl named G, who was super like sweet, but she was really quiet, so I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be really friends with her. The other 2 were obviously out, and I'm like, well great, now I'm gonna be here all by myself with my mom. And not that you're not a great mom or anything, but you know what I'm saying. It would be nice to have a friend your own age. I walk in, and I see on the top of the bunk bed, this zebra blanket, and a purple pillow, and this giant bear stuffed animal. And I'm like, oh my god, I might just have a friend here. And the next morning, when Linnea came and introduced herself, it was like instant friends. She was so funny, she was great, she was really nice, she showed me around, like I lucked out there. I'm also not gonna mention any names, but in Milan we also had another horrible roommate who was this super diva mega star that thought everything was about her and she was so important and wouldn't turn the freaking ringer on her phone down, so it would go off at like 12 at night. We were all sleeping and it was this stupid little Twitter bird that we wanted to just chuck out the window because it's a bird, it can fly. But again, pick your battles. We never went into any kind of screaming fight. We just kind of stayed out of her way and she stayed mostly out of ours, and you kind of dealt with it. Anyway, point being, you will be with people that you don't know and you probably don't like. I'm becoming an airline hostess with this. I'm gonna put my hands down now. Moving right along. Next thing you're gonna have to worry about is your work schedule. Now, when I was going to castings, it depends on where you are and on like what season, but I'm gonna use Milan as an example because it was the most recent. I was doing castings from like 10 a.m. to like 5 or 6 p.m. So it was a long day. And when you're on shoots, they can last anywhere from like 3 hours to like 6 hours to like 15 hours. Like, they're long periods of time. Castings take forever. Like, you have to get used to waiting around. Bring a book, bring music, bring your iPad, I don't know, just something. Because you get there and you're like, la da 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 da, oh hey, there's like 3 people in line, and then they're like, oh, the checklist is in there, and you walk through the door and suddenly there's this line of people that goes all the way around, like out the door again, and you're like, oh, I am 177. What number are they on right now? 5? Oh, okay. Next, one of the biggest issues that comes with going on contract is going to places where they might not speak your language. I personally speak English fluently. I speak a little bit of a couple of other languages, but when I was going to Italy, I didn't know a single word. I was like, grazie, done. That was pretty much all I knew. So I did pick up some of it. I learned how to order coffee, I learned how to order food, I learned how to say thank you and please and where is the location of this. But for people that, let's say, go to China, I would not be able to pick up Chinese in 3 months. No way. So you're gonna either have to be really prepared and bring all those guidebooks that have the simplistic recommendations of like what to say or like how to say them or like a translator on your phone or something, or you're just gonna have to somehow deal with not knowing the language. And that can be frustrating when it's a different alphabet than you're used to, when it's not even remotely similar to your own language. Like, these can be really frustrating things because if I'm looking at 2 things that are exactly the same, how do I know that one is cleaner and one's blue Gatorade? Like, you don't know if you don't speak the language. It's really difficult when you can't communicate to someone else, and you have to be prepared for that distance. As well, you have to remember that going on contract, you're not going there for fun, you're going there to work. And that's kind of the thing that a lot of people kind of forget. And I mean, I forget it too originally because like, you're there and there's all these beautiful things and there's tourist attractions and you want to go to all of them. But you have to remember that you can't just decide to like book a random Tuesday off and go see this castle. You're gonna be at castings, you're gonna be at bookings, you're gonna be doing something that requires you to work. So you kind of have to schedule that stuff like maybe on weekends if you get weekends off, or in the evenings, or maybe really early in the mornings when you do have some time to yourself. And lastly, you have to trust that your agency will take care of things. Now, if you're someone like me who has to have control of a lot of stuff and know what everything is going on and what's going down and where everything is, that can kind of be frustrating to put all of that into someone else who maybe doesn't speak the language very well or who has a different way of doing things. But you really have to put trust in the people who brought you over, that they're doing things for your best interest and they're not lying to you about how much money you're making, and they're not lying to you about any other factors in your work life. Like, you really have to trust them blindly. And for people like me, that can kind of be hard. If there are any models watching this who have been on contract, let me know down in the comments some of your suggestions and observations about going on contracts, because I mean, they're all different for everybody. And I've never been anywhere in Asia, so maybe people that have done that would like to add some of their experiences down below. Maybe some of these things that I've said have opened your eyes a little bit to going on contract and will maybe make you think a little bit harder about if you're gonna go on or not. I don't know. Contracts are super mega fun. You get to live somewhere else and have completely new experiences, a new country, a new culture, a new society, and it's just super friggin' cool. But those are some expectations that you should have, and maybe some beforehand knowledge what's gonna happen if you go overseas. So good luck to anybody that that's happening to. Click here to like the video and click here to subscribe, like I tell you after every video. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are, and I'll see you next week. Bye!